What's up, my friends? It's your buddy Phil here again, giving you the latest and greatest from your friendly neighborhood PMBOK Guide. For those of you that think the PMBOK Guide is picture perfect, no, it's not. It's got quite a few corrections. Now, I'm going to read out some of the corrections that have come to the surface in the past few months, but I'm also going to be giving you some additional corrections that are not on the current Errata sheet. So I'm going to put a link in this video for those of you getting ready for the 6th edition exam. You want to hold your horses, folks. This is why we don't rush to come out with content when the new PMBOK guide is launched. Because they're errors, folks. They're errors. Hey, take a look at my screen right here, and you're going to see a bunch of the errors in question. You see, that's why we don't rush to come out with content. So let me read these errors to you one by one really quick. Page 75 and 76, the mention of the benefits management plan as one of the business documents has been taken out. Page 98 and 99, there's a goofy bullet for source selection criteria. That's gone. Page 105, they've added a bullet for voting. Hey, it's a no-brainer. You know, don't get me started. All of this nickeling and diming of tools and techniques. Magda, one of my PMP champions, I want to give her a shout out because she's given me a new term to take to task in the PMBOK guide. The term is encyclopedia. They've made the thing into an encyclopedia. Oh dear, don't get me started. Anyway, I'm going to read out the pages for you. Page 138, they've added a bullet for autocratic decision making. 179, did I see a chat come in from my buddy? Is that Chris? Chris, what's going on? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's going on? I know. What's up, man? What's going on? Woo! You got it done? You killed it? Did you bring it? Did you bring it? Did you bring it? Hey, Chris, don't hold me in suspense, man. Did you bring it? Did you kill it? Is pimpy a thing of the past in your life? Chris, what's all this about? Holding me in suspense. Come on, man. Drop the news. What's up? What's going on? I was looking out for your emails, I was looking out this evening to see if you would send me a sign of things no longer to come, right? Okay, I'm going to continue with my errata. Drop me an email if you don't want to give me the information live on air, all right? I've been looking forward. I went on the group thinking you would drop me a sign. So let me know, Chris. All right, so page 138, 179, 180, 183, 192. Hey, there's a really interesting one in time management. So they've taken away the dashes because some people had confusion with leads and lags. So figure 6-10 has been changed, right? Page 195, a bullet has been added for voting. Again, when you start nickeling and diming tools and techniques, students going to get up in your business, PMI. They're going to be telling you, hey, you forgot fist of 5. You forgot, of course, because any of these things can be used. There's an argument. Anyway, PMI pretty much have themselves covered with that famous could include, but it's not limited to clause that they put in there. You know what that is. Anyway, for many of you, that's a thing of the past. 195, like I said, added voting. 235, they've added a bullet for alternatives analysis, and that's figure 7-2. That's in cost management. And then under figure 3-1, not in stakeholder management, but in the appendix. Seems like we still have stakeholder management in our heads. Project stakeholder management, they've taken out the word planned stakeholder management and replaced it with engagement to make it consistent. 5.2.2, page 617, they've added a bullet. And one more change. I have to share this change with you because it's very subtle, but I think it's very dangerous. And it's not listed in the Errata. It's coming. I've informed the PMI about it, but it's in chapter 5. So for those of you who are sticklers for detail, like I am, when it comes to the world of the PMI, hey, if we're going all the way, let's just go all the way and get it right. When it comes to the statement, project scope statement, it's very clear that it is no longer what it was in the 5th edition. Those of you taking the 6th edition, hey, listen up. The project scope statement, being that PMI is the body that tells us how to get it done and what it's all about, the project scope statement is for inclusions, exclusions, deliverable description, success criteria, but not the one-stop shop for assumptions and constraints anymore. Before, assumptions and constraints were front and center in that thing. We had inclusions, exclusions, constraints, and assumptions. And lots of the bodies that have adopted PMI's Friendly Neighborhood PMBOK guide as the way pretty much follow whatever comes out to the letter. So we had a lot of project scope statements with inclusions, exclusions, constraints, assumptions, deliverable. Now, assumptions and constraints are in the assumptions log, which is an output of the developed project charter process. This is huge. Now, in chapter 5, I'm not going to open right to the page, but in the 6th edition, there's a blurb that still incorrectly references the project scope statement for inclusions, exclusions, constraints still, and assumptions. You want to mark that down and delete it. Or should I say, cross it out. I'm saying delete it as if you've got an electronic copy that you can just hit delete on. No, you can't. You got to cross it out. So let me see if I can find that for you. It's in defined scope. And yes, page 151. The second paragraph. Yes, it says it builds upon the major deliverables, assumptions, and constraints. You need to be careful with that line. And in addition to that, let's see. They got it right on page 150, but they got it wrong on page 151. So you might want to look out for that and cross it out. Aha. Yeah, there's a lot of mention of assumptions and constraints still under the project scope statement on that page. And I've reported that to the PMI, and they've been very good to say they're going to cut that stuff out. But I think I know where it is. Hold on. I think it's under this. Let's see. Yes, page 154. The project scope statement is the description of the project scope, major deliverables, assumptions, and constraints. That's not true. No, it's not. No, it's not. So that is going to change. Last but not least, in chapter 5, if you are under validate scope, under the validate scope data flow diagram, there's an incorrect mention of a very, very old process name. In fact, this is so scary because it comes from the 4th edition. of the PMBOK guide. If you look at page 164, look at the data flow diagram for validate scope, you see mention of direct and manage project, wait for it, execution. Isn't that crazy? That is a prehistoric process name. So you might want to change your process name to direct and manage project work. And there's all sorts of other things not in the Errata that folks have discovered. In fact, there's so much stuff that people are uncovering. I think we should have probably... Woo! Yes! 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 And a million times yes. Chris, the man of steel. Hey, when you've got a name, when you've got a name, Chris, and you've got a name that alludes to another part of Superman's life, you know that you're going to kill it. You know you're going to kill it. I've been waiting for a long time. I had been waiting for Chris's message. Chris, how come I didn't get your message? How come I did not get your message? I am wondering what on earth happened with email. Did you really send me an email? Did you really? Because I did not see any email from you, Chris. Because Chris has been hammering it out. He's been hammering it out, and I said, by the time you got a name, that alludes to the two lives of the people involved in the Superman movie, last name Clark, first name Chris, and we all know Clark Kent, and we all know the real Christopher Reeves, rest his soul. I'm like, there's no way. You're gonna kill it. And he killed it. Hey, Chris, I'm so happy for you, man. You're one of those last people I was hoping would just cross the finish line. And you worked so hard. You worked doggedly, ruggedly. I kept getting emails about you're pounding the LMS. Oh my goodness, I am on cloud 9 right now. I am on cloud 9, squealing like someone that has lined up some I don't know, some banned substances. I'm on cloud 9. I tell you, I get my kick out of this, Chris. Well done, well done, well done, well done. I doff my hat and drop some gold, bro. What are you doing? Drop some gold in the chat, Chris. The test center was packed. That's what was going to happen. It's like 12 hours to curtains. One of our students, Christine, really, really good student that had been hitting it hard. Chris, she didn't get a chance to take the exam, and she had studied, got to Prometric. Prometric shut it down and said because of the weather, they weren't going to do it. But Chris, I am so elated, man. I am so elated. I am really on cloud 9 because you're one of those people who put in the time, the effort. I can't count how many products you bought from us. It got to the point I was like, if Chris could get a PMP for how many products he bought, he should just equate this to a PMP because you got every product under the sun. Chris, tell me, how did you study? Because I saw you hitting mock exams, and I'd see you getting some crazy scores, like really high. And the next thing, I'd see you like trying to finish a mock. So you took the mock several times. Were you in a sort of reconnaissance operation trying to get as much as you could from the questions by taking it ad nauseum? You took some of those tests so many times. It was like I was living in a world of email. Only Chris's emails coming in of him taking the mock exam. And that was the revolving door of my life. I was like, Chris, he's taken this before, but wait a minute, he got higher that time. He's taking it again. What's going on? So, Chris, I am so excited. Seriously, I actually went to the group to search through the messages about an hour ago. Oh, I get those results. Trust me. Oh, Chris, do you want me to read all the history of your scores, right? You probably don't care because you're PMP, but honestly, I doff my hat to you, man. Great job. I've been here like a worried parent, checking Facebook and sifting through emails and saying, but wait, doesn't make sense. He had all the hallmarks of killing this thing. Well, Chris, people like you stand out. So at the end of each day, I check emails and I see a bunch of emails with CLC, and I know who that is. Or should I say with your email address, which I'll keep confidential. But well done, man. Well done. Well done. I mean, with a name like that, how couldn't you take down Pimpy? So drop some gold, man. Doesn't the PMP exam make you crazy, Chris? It makes you crazy. It does. It does. Yeah, I've got a lot of those. I've got a lot of those. So, we've got different addresses. I've got my personal. I don't typically get them in my personal, but in the shared mailbox for the company, we are able to see everyone's scores coming in, plus those taking the free mocks ad nauseum. And we send some of these folks free stuff because we want to help them. So, yeah, we ask you to put in your email address for real reasons. But Chris, I am. Oh, I can see now. So you're. Okay. How come I missed that? I think this is you, Chris. Wow. I'm just seeing your email. So at the time I went online a few hours ago, I hadn't gotten it. We got it. I'm now boss. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, God. Thank God, I tell you. My goodness. People who think you don't exist, well, that's our comfort. We know. We know where our help comes from. So, doff my hat, Chris. Well done. Wow. I felt like Harriet Tubman trying to take people through the Underground Railroad, or what do you call it? I was trying to sneak people past the PMI, get them certified. That's how I felt. Yeah, Chris, you did a lot of work, man. Did a lot of work. More power to you. Drop some major gold. Hey, if you can come on next week or the week after and drop some lessons learned, it would be really, really, really good. Really good. I know, man. I know you were immersed. You know, after a while, I thought, let me be quiet and let me just let him do what he needs to do. I didn't want to get all up in your business, sending you emails saying, make sure you sleep. I said, yeah, he knows what to do. And you did it. You did it. Oh, you're definitely one of the final students that I was looking to cross this finish line. So, Chris, enough of my raving and ranting. I mean, when you know someone has wanted it so bad and has worked so hard, and Chris was on so many of those savage calls, asking questions, so on and so forth. I got a few other ones. I'll just give a shout out. Smeeta. Smeeta Smote Pimpy. Smeeta Smote Pimpy. Smitta, huge shout out to you. Congrats. Ben Rutherford. Ben, you're another one of those who I knew was going to do it. But again, I wanted you to kill it in the dying hours like you did. You brought it. And I think I've got one more email from one of our bosses who just killed it. I mean, not only are people just killing it, they're doing it big time. Bigly. I can still use the word, right? So there's Ben Achintia. Achintia Kumar. I got your message. 5AT. Sick. Well done. Bim, I got your email. Crazy. Well done. And I think that was it since the last time I came on. So I appreciate you guys letting me know. Saad Al Khani, huge shout out to you as well. I got your message. And well done on killing the exam. But anyway, I mean, this was supposed to be about the 6th edition. Now, the 5th edition seems to have taken over. Hey, go to Amazon. I'm not being funny or bad. Go to Amazon. Check out the star rating for the PMBOK Guide 5th edition. PMI hit the mark. It was like the PMBOK Guide competing with everything else in the world of PMP. Huge. Now I want you to do the same thing for your friendly neighborhood, this one. It's amazing how stakeholders and customers, when you get it wrong, they send you a message loud and clear. They let you know their displeasure. I think we got a bunch of things wrong. I hope someone from PMI in their customer advocacy takes a look at what we got wrong, because it's unfortunate. There's a great message in chapter 3. There's some great additions. Some of my esteemed colleagues have dropped some gold. There's the stakeholder cube, which is one of our esteemed colleagues from the PMI. It's now here mentioned, even though there's no image, so the creator knows who she is or who he is. But huge shout out to the creator of the stakeholder cube. My esteemed colleague, Dr. David Hilson, has dropped some gold and clarified some stuff in Chapter 11, which incidentally is risk. Chapter 11, get the joke? Risk management. You don't want to file Chapter 11. But anyway, so there's some great gold in this book. It's unfortunate that it's been marred by the paper, by the paper and by the goofy cataloging of all the tools and techniques. But we'll get beyond that. I hope PMI can make it right for the buyers, because a lot of people can't read this security text. The text is a nightmare. It's terrible. I've decided to get beyond the text, by taking off my glasses when I read it. But if I read it under most normal conditions, how I read, I won't be able to read it very conveniently. But I'm going beyond the text. Those of you that have the 6th edition exam, get the PDF, folks. Get the PDF. If you can annotate it, I'm not sure. I've not tried that on any of my machines or my iPad, but try to annotate on the PDF and use the PDF if you really want to do deep reading. Still, having a hard copy of the book is good. This thing has followed me across the world from the US to Europe in the past 24 hours. So I don't compromise carrying the thing about. But at the same time, you don't want to compromise your head being in the right state and not being overheated trying to sift between those crazy security markings. Anyway, enough said. This is not a griping session. It's a celebratory session. For those people I mentioned, Chris, I'm so excited that you were on and you told me about your success. Really happy for you. And everyone else who has killed it, congrats. If I've not given you a shout out, know that I'm giving you a shout out right now. Every single PMP that has killed the exam ever since it was written, tip my hat to you. And all of you who have killed the exam in the past 24 hours, 48 hours, the past week, the past month, since 2018 started, I give you a massive, massive shout out. You know why I give you a massive shout out? You know the history of this thing? Anytime the exam is about to change, the stakes are high, folks. The stakes are so high that it almost becomes twice as hard to be able to find a test center and to be able to kill the exam, because the stakes are higher. You got people like Chris loading up truckloads of ammo. You're up against people like that. You're up against a ton of people who are bringing it and killing it and studying hard. So it becomes even harder. What before could have been several above targets or proficients, it becomes harder to get those kind of ratings in the dying hours because so many people are bringing their A game. So to see so many people in the dying hours getting 4 and 5 and 3 above targets, my goodness, you guys are definitely worthy of the certificate. So well done. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. Those of you who are PMPs, I want to challenge you. Chris, when you started saying, where do I go from here? I'm like, what's he talking about? He can't be serious. No, this is not the right message. This is not how it ends. So those of you who are now PMPs, I want to challenge you. What is your next level? You're now a PMP. Let's go to the next. Seriously, Chris, I'm so serious. Let's go to the next level. What is the next level? I want to encourage you. Become a trainer, a mentor, a coach. Stop thinking, oh, Phil's got it down. No, don't do that. If you feel so propelled and motivated, not everyone does, but some people are like, I like what Phil does. I can do that. Go for it. What are you waiting for? Start your channel. Start mentoring people. Thank you, Master 3 dude. Folks, look, start channels, start social media. Or just shoot me your videos. Say, Phil, hey, I've got a video. The videos I want are those that motivate and encourage and share the story of how you got certified. And I spoke about it earlier. I'm like, don't be shy. You need to be a communicator. I opened a place in the PMBOK guide where PMI got it right. They dropped some gold. They said 2% of those who are considered to be PM bosses that bring it in the world of project management, they are great at interpersonal skills and communicating. So you can't afford to be shy of the camera. It's just a camera. Come on. So drop some gold. Create videos. Put them on YouTube yourself because we got people who know how to study. You got some ideas Phil doesn't have. I want to learn from you. I want to see your channels going up. I talked about Amjude and how you put up some great stuff, and that stuff is in the Savage on Saturdays, so you can see what he did. But I want to challenge you. Put out some videos to encourage others. That's stage one. The world is not just focused on PMP. What about general PM? Become a trainer of project management. Organically, Chris, I want to challenge you. Become a project management change agent. Stop putting out content, man. Teach. Teach what you know. Lots of people are from an array of industries. Not everyone's from engineering or construction or from IT or from healthcare or from Errata or from gaming or from the pharmaceutical or from the medical or from the, I don't know, cosmetics industries. We are all from unique industries. Can you imagine the body of knowledge that would be out there if everyone from the cosmetics industry, my friends at Lush, my friends at Avon, if those folks dropped some major gold on social media about how to manage these types of projects, lessons learned from these types of projects, I want you guys to create a reference of all of your types of projects so people getting ready to become project managers understand what to look out for. I can't do it alone. I ain't worked for Lush. I've taught at Lush, but I ain't worked there. There are people who work there that know the tricks of the trade. Emily, one of our students, works in cosmetics. Christopher, the other Christopher. There are two Christophers. Christopher, shout out to you, man. I saw your humorous message about how you miss. Hey, I'm giving you a shout out now, man. Christopher Morales, congrats to you. Yeah, you took the marathon mark and the exam was easier. I'm glad you enjoyed the marathon mark, Christopher, and I'm so excited for you at your success. I did see your message, and now, hey, you get the chance of talking to your buddy Phil live. Huge shout out to you. And I did, in fact, Christopher, I'm going to go to that report because I wanted to see it. And anytime someone kills the marathon mark, it tells me that the chances of them killing the real exam are so, so high. So seeing that come in, it was like a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. Oh, you've been on this journey for a while, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me take a look at this box here. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So you took... Wow. Christopher, you've been working hard. So on the 17th, you took the prep camp mock, and then you took the marathon, and you almost got the same as high a week later. You definitely had been doing some work, Christopher. Wow. So for you to tell me about the marathon mock versus the real exam, it's really helping because it just tells me that our systems are not bogus. They work. So getting a score like what you got on the marathon mock is assurance, that you're going to bring it. And you did. And I'm happy for you. So well done, Christopher. Well done. All right. The real beast was your marathon mock. Oh dear. Well, it says I've got a really bad connection here. So I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead, or should I say hop off the bus while I'm ahead. So thank you very much, those of you who chatted in, Man of Steel, Christopher Morales, everyone else, those of you who have gotten certified. I was talking about the next level, drop gold, talk about your specific industry, start the YouTube channels. All right, if you don't know what to do with your videos, hey, let your buddy Phil help you. When I pass through town, wherever you are in the world, because I do get around, or within Canada or the US, I'm going to be letting you know when possible so that if you want to do anything for your companies, like have an ally that can help you to be a voice in your company, maybe we can do some lunch and learns or some exposés on this thing right here, your friendly neighborhood. I'll try and put those in place, but don't even wait till then. Hey, if your company needs PMP training and you didn't invite your buddy Phil and his team, you're doing wrong, folks. If you know your company's training PMP and you don't invite your buddy Phil, you're doing wrong. And I'm mad. I'm as mad as ever about that. But jokes apart, invite me if you've got training taking place for your firms, all right? I want to help and I want us to do this together. Hey, I want us to get you the PDUs. The PDUs, folks. I want you to get as many PDUs as you need to by training and coaching with me. All right? Well, I'm going to quit or hop off the bus, I should say. So thank you very much. And I look forward to speaking to you guys again very soon. Bye. Have a good night and enjoy a PMBOK free night for the first time. Christopher Morales, Chris, Man of Steel, all of you who've killed it. I am so happy that you don't have to take Ambien. You know what I mean by Ambien? Someone said, Phil, the PMBOK guide is even better than Ambien. 2 minutes of it and I'm off to the deep end, to Neverland. All right, folks, enough said. Night. Bye for now.